Morning, welcome back to the Our House Farms. Beef from Cross Farm. We put up a video every day, 7 o'clock every evening. So, and about the daily goings on in the farm for me and all the moo-moos. So got a lot done out. Yesterday actually for day I had intended to do nothing, but got loads done anyway. So same thing now again today. We'll get all the cattle fed. Fong's going to come in and give me a hand for an hour or two, and we'll ride the horses. I'm school some of the horses, so I'll get Dad to take a video of that if he can, or maybe Paula. And yeah, let's see what else the day brings. Frank is back at it again now this morning after a brief sabbatical. Now we get up in the JCB loader and get these jobs done. Yeah, there we go. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. We're going for 2,000 subscribers by I forgot to turn the master switch. So now there we go. We're going for 2,000 subscribers by New Year's Day. So if we get there, I'll do a vlogmas on all our harvest equipment. As Harriet says to me when she wants something, she says, "Is that a deal?" So, is that a deal? 2,000 subscribers and I'll do a vlogmas on all the harvest equipment, the baler, the mower and the combine. First job now, I must tidy up the muck heap there for Dad. The horse manure, the stables. We just put it in under the cattle in the outside pen. Two boys have a nice big cozy bed now again. This now is getting a bit old. Bloody TM1 start again, so I'll have to jump it off the loader here. And the loader now is the most awkward joke you could look at. It's an after switch, so yeah, so I can jump it off there now. Right, we have it hooked up. There's one thing that wrecks my head, it's bad gear. Jesus! Oh, right, let's start. Got this fairly dead now. Give her a second. There we go. It's not that I'm suggesting that all our gear is mint and new or anything remotely like that, because it's not. But I just heard that's the second time this week now that I'm after wasting a quarter of an hour jump starting that joke and charging it, which is a complete pain in the backside because we're busy enough. But it doesn't mean we need a new tractor, we just need a new battery. But that tractor is actually going into the garage there now in the new year. We're going to give her a fair sort of an overhaul. There's a good few jobs to be done to it, because she's only sort of firing and she's not going 100%. The tie we did to do the pumping it there, went to do the pumping it there a couple of months ago and it hadn't been going right since, and there's a rattle out of the back end that we've no idea what it is. Now that could be a bit of an issue, and a few of those spool valves are leaking and a few little bits and pieces, but I want to get them all right there now because we're going to have a very busy spring. There's a lot of things on, a lot of projects coming up, so we're going to be exceptionally busy, I'd say. we all work hard enough. Myself, Fong, Dad, we all put in fair old hours. So to make life as easy as possible for everyone anyway. We'll get that sorted now. Look, I was talking to someone there yesterday evening. He was saying, God, I don't know how you be chopping and changing tractors the whole time. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. I could quite happily have 3 different implements on a tractor in a day if necessary, but not if there's one tractor sitting idle doing nothing. That to me now is a cardinal sin. So yeah, we'll get the team going. We'll feel away there with the T7 for a little bit. The T7's out of action now. At the moment there's the forward and reverse, the shuttle on it is stopped working, so I'm just get that fixed now. First thing in the new year, and when she's gone then we'll be sending the TM in for her bit of TLC. I'll just turn you around here. Since I started feeding the oaten straw, they're leaving a lot more of it behind them. I don't know why, but they just don't like it. And I suppose it's a little bit more coarse. It's not mixing into the TMR as good as you'd hope. But yeah, them pens now need a muck out again. Probably just take one load out of the front of the 2 pens maybe. That's the thing with the bean straw. It's brilliant, it's cheap, it's a waste product, so we don't have any use for it other than that. It's good bedding, but the beds get really deep really quick, especially up near the front where they're eating the whole time. And that's a deterrent to stop them coming up to eat, so you definitely don't want that. So I'd say it's only 2 weeks ago, I'd say the week before Christmas, we mucked them out. Now, like, I'd say there wouldn't be half a grain trailer load come out of the front of the 2 pens, but yeah, it's a bit of a nuisance. So there's a reversing fan in this load on. It's a good job, especially if you're loading a lot of straw. I was just at the oaten straw yesterday now, and it all 6 to the fan, the outside of the rad, so we're having wicked issues at the moment with feed heating. So this was put out 2 days ago just to save a bit of work, but it is red hot and there's not a hope they'll eat that now. So usually this time of the year you'd have no problem feeding them for 2 days, but it's just so mild, like it's 12 degrees again this morning. Now I think it is to get very cold next week, so that'll be a help. These are a few new cows that came there last week. We're just getting them used to it, the feed slowly, so they can go on full belt now. Go on. Fong is heading on with the mix up to the out farm. I'm going riding out. I'll go. Useless dog check. You finished, Tom? Come on. You going for another roll? They love an old roll. Good old scratch. Pippa, get out. Pippa thinks she's a guard dog. I'm just getting out some straw for bedding now. Fong is on with another mix feeding buns. Last mix of the day now. Last of 4. Fong did 2 and I'm after doing 2. So we throw a little bit. We have a couple of weanings outside there. So we throw a little bit out here for them as well. Take it out with the loader. This is where we've the few endings out. There's 7 of them. I think I'm just have to break the wire down too. Bummer. Anyway, I shouldn't have driven over. Yeah, so there's 7 of them out here. There's 7 wakers, lads. So we've these trucks. We sort of use them for ad lib ration or maize there with calves, or for this sort of a thing, for giving them a bit of TMR, and it's a good job. We also have our advantage feeder there. It's working away great. I think I could possibly be wrapping, yeah, right. I didn't go according to plan now because I pulled all the wire away with me, but anyway. So I've all the jobs in the yard done now. Just out walking a few crops again. This is bell-free winter barley after maize again. Hold on now. Sorry. The stuff I showed you yesterday actually wasn't Joyu. It was bell-free. And this is bell-free. The Joyu's on another farm. So this was planted about the middle of October. Plenty of plants there. Again, lovely crop. And one of the things I'm most happy about this year is our weed control. It's been really good, exceptional. Especially our grass weed control, which is something that we're sort of learning a bit about every year in this new Mint system. But yeah, look, that's a fantastic crop of barley for the time of the year. I think there's going to be a bit of frost next week now, so that will probably be the best scenario. Hard frost for a week, let it lash rain then for a week or two, dry up then, and away we go for the year. That would be ideal. Will that happen? 99% not, but you look at this barley is looking well at the moment anyway. And a worse field of wheat now next. There's no doubt about it. I'm a fantastic farmer. I thought there was going to be nothing coming these headlands, but there's something there, right? Middle of the field is weak now. Jesus, there's nothing here. Literally nothing between slugs and crows. Right, there's going to be nothing come there now and but it might just be that patch we'll walk over along. This is wheat after beans. It might just be that patch because look, up there is fine. So maybe it's just that little patch there. It's in the corner. Pick it anyway. So yeah, look, it might just be that patch there, but geez, I hate when you put the effort into a crop and it goes against you. And this now, I was sowing wheat one Sunday and I got a break in the drill, because actually in the tractor it was a fixable problem if I had known the problem on the day. It was only the main fuse in the tractor was after blowing. And this stuff here isn't too bad. This will come away fine. Bar the odd patch. Fuck it. Slugs are still at it. Jesus. And this is after slug pellets. And we didn't get half this field sat because of that, for that reason. And this is the bad half of it then. So, but it's very packed. Like, that was, obviously that's the same one. That was that same. That's smashing down there, and there's next to nothing there then. Up this side of the field then, it's lovely. It's just like, where's my finger? You can see it, there's a patch. I'll zoom out. Come on, zoom out. So there's a patch like 2 acres, maybe an acre. So it's a 25 acre field. I spent nothing on it, only cost of sowing it. I haven't sprayed it yet because I was afraid it was sort of going to fail. So yeah, I'm not in for a lot of money here, but still, look, it's a first wheat after beans. To break your heart. And it looks only a small bit of the field. 2 conclusions I'm after coming to with, say, beans. So we'll say oilseed rape versus beans. Beans are a more profitable crop to grow, no doubt about it. For us anyway. But you've wicked slug pressure and you've wicked annual meadowgrass pressure. With rape then you have wicked slug pressure, but you've no meadowgrass. Your grass weed problem disappears with rape. So a couple of considerations to be given. Getting into the later sowing stuff now again. You can see the line, but look, it is there, so you can't really see it, but it's there alright. Yeah. Look, it's up here is fairly patchy now as well. But you'd be surprised what wheat would do now, to tell you the truth. There's no point to just forget about this field now until the 10th March and see what's here. Because there could be a crop of wheat here, you know. This crop of wheat could still yield really well. Thin wheat isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's annoying looking at it. We'll get now a thumbnail photo here. I'm actually doing a video so I can take a thumbnail, because if I go onto the photo one, it's way darker. So in essence, I suppose like one of the most important things with farming is not to be jumping to conclusions until you actually harvest the crop. So like, I was thinking walking across the field there, this is a real mild winter, which wouldn't have been in favour of early sowing, early planting, because crops would be too advanced, and like we haven't had as winter as mild as this in I don't know when. It's been unbelievable. So the problem with advanced crops is disease pressure and aphid pressure and things into the at the latter half of the year. So like as early as our crops were planted, they're not advanced. And the early sown crops look much better than the later sown crops. So at the moment I'm definitely swaying on the side of get going early and get finished early. As James Peck says, October sowing's for losers. Well, November sowing is definitely for losers. Now, like, this just, right, I'm going to show you this headland now, and this would just boggle you, right? So we've ploughed the headlands in this field because there was a lot of meadow grass and it was late, and I just thought I'd get a plough, get established well. There's nothing on the top headland, which is the dry headland. This headland down here is an absolute swamp, and look at it. Right, you've that little bit along there, that's the only bit, and because that was flooded for ages. All down there it's smashing, so I just don't know. I think crows and slugs, I'm just not going to come into this field for another couple of months. Forget about it. And I'm sure now, I'm 100% sure. Put in the comments below if you think min-tilling is the cause of the poor establishment of that crop. We ploughed the headlands and there's nothing in the top headland, the driest part of the field. So it's not min-tilling, it's just that particular field, there's no life in it. It's just, well, how do I explain? I think the biology of the soil isn't where it needs to be. We could do what we did in that field down at home now. Every plant will grow. Because we've been looking after, this is a rented farm, we've been looking after the soil on our farm at home for the last 15-20 years. We've been cover cropping and applying organic manures, pig slurry, etc. So we can get away with doing things like that down there. Up here we can't. We have to get everything bang on all the time or it won't work. And that's why we have a push to min-till, because min-tilling is much kinder on the ground, and hopefully we'll bring the farm along with us. So this is the benefit of having a cover crop in the ground over the winter. It's really nice and fluffy and underneath. Whereas if you have not, see look, it just crumbles away. Grand kind ground. With a real issue with compaction in this field last year in spring barley after beat. But look, we subsoiled it and the spade just sinks into the ground now, and look, that is just smashing. So look at all the long fibrous roots from the Phacelia. See, can I get one of the plants up? No, I want they all break, but so look, that's a real good sign that the soil is starting to stick to the roots. That's a sign of healthy roots in the plant. So yeah, that's it now for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bit of a crop walk. I have 2 farms sort of walk now. I've how many more farms have we crops? Another 3. And the cover crops, and we've wheat, winter barley. Yeah, so we've loads more to see. Yeah, so look, if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Going for 2,000 subscribers, and if we get to 2,000 subscribers before New Year's, before or on New Year's Day, I'll do a video going through all our harvest equipment, our mower, our baler, and our combine. She's a 191 plate CX 6.80, so with a 22 foot header, sorry. So yeah, thanks a million. See you tomorrow for more Darhurst Farms.